Rose. Man, shout out to Rose, man. Rose, what you doing up? Rose, what you doing up, Rose? We got Rose in the building. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are well. Just gonna give the people them some time to come in. Why does something so heavy? Oh, I cleaned it up the other day. Forgot to know. You know, I cleaned it up the other day. How are you guys doing on TikTok? How are you guys doing on YouTube? Could you all just hit that like button for me coming through the door? Show some love. Let's go, giving y'all some time to come on in. We have to talk about this. I had to come on here and talk about this. A lot going on in Jamaica. Let me just scroll through some of the news before we go into the main thing. Alright, so I see an article. There was a small plane that crashed in central Mexico, unaliving at least 7 people. Official says that was 2 hours ago that particular story came out. The BOJ, and this is for money, they're saying Jamaica will end 2025 with a rise in currency circulation that reflects both seasonal spending and donations to ease the impact of Hurricane Melissa, according to the Bank of Jamaica. I'm not sure what that means, because I was listening to Ralston Hyman, and basically they were saying that they were taking money out of circulation the other day. So what changed? It seems as if this is I don't know. Is that what this is saying? Or are they doing they are rethinking? Right? Because basically money was about to get tight for this Christmas, in terms of circulation. So I don't know. Trying to figure that out. I guess I will hear from Ralston Hyman. I need to get the app or listen to him on my phone, because I'm very interested in our finances in terms of our country. I think it's very important that we have people that are working for us, that are competent in that field when it comes on to finances. I think it's vital. We need people that are brilliant. You know what I mean? It says, furthermore, in response to impact of Hurricane Melissa, December's currency growth is expected to reflect precautionary demand for cash. Precautionary. But that sounds like exactly what Ralston Hyman said. Oh, precautionary. Demand for cash increased, remittance receipts, and an expected increase in inflation. Not good. Inflation, we know that would happen. Basically, everything is going to go up, guys. This is expected to be partly offset by dampening domestic demand conditions as a result of Hurricane Melissa. Dampening. Sad. Tears. Not positive. Hey, how you doing, Sadie? What's up? Wagwan. Thank you for hitting the like button, Rose. Like Rose gone in bed. Rose said, Rose said, me go live and drop one comment and gone in bed. Rose, don't tell me say you're gone in bed. Mighty God. Anyway, I saw this on Andre. However, I did not look at the article myself. Venezuela cancels all deals with Trinidad and Tobago. Bruh, I gotta get into this article. Alright? Because this is significant what's happening in the Caribbean. So let's see what they're talking about.
Webinar 2026 HR Tech Stack Blueprint. Sponsored read next. Caracas, Venezuela, CMC. Venezuela on Monday said it has with immediate effect terminated any existing contract, agreement, or negotiation with Trinidad and Tobago after accusing Port of Spain of being complicit in the decision of the United States to seize a Venezuela oil tanker last week. Caracas had in the past regarded the seizure as an act of piracy, and in a statement posted on her Instagram page, Venezuelan Vice President Delcy Rodriguez noted that in immediate response to this escalation of hostilities and serious aggressions, Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has made the decision to immediately terminate any existing contract, agreement, or negotiation for the supply of natural gas to Trinidad and Tobago. Business.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's turning up. The heat in the Caribbean is turning up. Who's in the middle of it? The United States. Oh yeah, it's turning up.
Christmas Crunch.
This is not good.
December 14th, 2025.
About to get
The
ugly.
statement noted that Caracas had full knowledge of Trinidad and Tobago's participation in the theft of Venezuelan oil committed on December 10th by the U.S. administration through the assault on a ship transporting the product. It described the incident as a serious violation of international law and a clear transgression of the principles of free navigation and trade, and blamed Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Vicessor for having revealed a hostile agenda against Venezuela since her arrival in government. International news, latest news.
Damn.
Son arrested after...
You hear that?
T said that among her actions is the installation of U.S. military radars in Trinidad and Tobago to harass Venezuelan ships, which Rodriguez saying that Venezuela considers that this official, Persad-Vicessor, has turned its territory into a U.S. aircraft carrier to attack Venezuela in an unequivocal act of vassalage.
Not my word. Wow. People not hear this? Simone, what's up? No, sir. No, this serious. People don't hear Venezuela. You know, hear Venezuela attack up the things them and accuse Trinidad and Tobago of turning what? The territory into a U.S. aircraft carrier to attack Venezuela. You know that's serious, huh? A serious allegation, that, huh? Mighty God. No, sir. This not look good. This not look good at all. Wow. Let's continue.
President Maduro has also denounced the Energy Cooperation Framework Agreement previously signed with Trinidad and Tobago.
Previously signed with Trinidad and Tobago. Let's read. I don't know what does that want to go.
Webinar 20. Faced with this very serious act that aims to blatantly steal Venezuela's oil, the government has decided to sever energy ties with the Caribbean nation. Venezuela demands respect, and it will not allow any colonial entity and its vassals to threaten the sacred sovereignty of the country and its right to development. Venezuela will always prevail, Rodriguez said in her statement.
No, this is not a statement of fear or weakness. You know. This is a very strong signal coming from Venezuela. You know. All about the oil, though. Damn, man. This is...
Bolo. Promoted link. Last Wednesday, Guyana said the oil tanker seized by the United States earlier during the day was falsely flying the Guyana flag and is not registered there. In a statement, the Maritime Administration, MARID, said it has observed the proliferation and unacceptable use of the Guyana flag by vessels that are not registered in Guyana. It said that the U.S. government had informed MARID that they encountered the motor tanker skipper, Exodissa, IMO number 930-4667 in international waters. It was falsely flying the Guyana flag, as it is not registered in Guyana. U.S. President Donald Trump had earlier said that the Skipper was the largest crude tanker ever seized by American authorities, even as the Venezuelan authorities called the seizure of the vessel piracy. Trump said that the U.S. would seize the oil in the tanker. The United States has been beefing up its military presence near Venezuela, allegedly to deal with the illegal drugs trade, even as some political observers say it is part of the Donald Trump strategy to engage in regime change in Caracas. The Trump administration has declared Maduro an alleged narco-terrorist and a key figure in Cartel of the Suns, both of which have been sanctioned by the Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, OFAC. So far, more than 80 people have been killed by the U.S. military as they were traveling in the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific, allegedly with cocaine destined for the U.S. Tags.
So guys, Antonio, what's up? So guys, no, sister, this seriously, this is one of those, because I knew I saw it on Andre's show. I didn't speak about it, but the picture, you got Perry and Perry in Christ and Ishmael. Saying they spoke about it. I remember distinctly them speaking about a picture of some self-defense entity in America. I was like, what? The man them there want meeting with the people them from America where I deal with defense. My jaw drop a ground. I was like, what? But that shit is real though. That shit is real. So what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? Honestly, what does that actually mean? Let me see if I can find the picture when I'm talking about the picture, because I'm telling you, Perry in Christ and Ishmael out here touching on the topics them in a bit. Alright, that are the garbage you pile up in or something. I don't want to talk about that. That are the meeting. I want to talk about the war meeting. War council or whatever, something to that effect. Quite it's interesting. Yes? What is this? This? Oh, U.S. Embassy, Jamaica. Oh, that is it. Alright, so I can go to their Instagram. Alright, I'll see it on myself. Instagram. U.S. Embassy. U.S. Embassy. Oh, this is the one. U.S. Embassy JA. Oh! So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to see the pictures, all you have to go to is the U.S. Embassy JA. They have the certification tag. Andrew Owens was tagged in the message. It says, Senior Advisor of the Secretary of War, Patrick Weaver, and Acting Assistant Secretary, Depth of War for Homeland Defense and the Western Hemisphere, Joseph Humir, met in Kingston yesterday. That was 3 days ago. Met in Kingston 3 days ago. Or 4 days ago if it's 3 days ago. Whatever. You know what I mean? They met with Prime Minister Andrew Owens, Ambassador Audrey Marks, and Permanent Secretary AMB Rocky Maid. I believe that is the one that has been in the meetings the other day speaking on behalf of the Office of the Prime Minister, Rocky Maid. Right? They held constructive discussions on strengthening U.S.-Jamaica security and defense cooperation and deepening our border or broader bilateral partnership. People, something to keep our eyes on. The United States is making power moves in the Caribbean. Power moves. What say you, ladies and gentlemen? Let me see who's here on TikTok. What? Me get 1,000 likes already. Yo, big up on yourself. I go. So we have Everroy Moreland, we have Grey Eyes, we have Advert, we have Pauletta Container. How are you doing? How are you, darling? How are you? And then we have Valerie, what's up? Big up on yourself. Let me see if you guys drop any comments. Not yet. Well, you know, say this month is my birth month, and yes, I'm not going to tell you guys the date if you don't know already. But just days now, man. Just days now. You understand? Days now, so you know, we celebrate life every day. We give thanks to life every day. We are humbled to be here yet another day. Trying to stay in the realm of humility. You know, and not get ahead of ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Humility and you know, yeah. But this is interesting, guys. I wish not to say too much, but those two things, the article and this. Will Jamaica be accused by Venezuela to be what they are saying Trinidad is in the article? A military flight station for the United States. Will we be accused of that in short order? Strengthen bilateral partnership. Jamaica, this is serious now. We could potentially be in the middle of catastrophic events in our Caribbean waters. In other words, nobody not safe. Nobody not safe. Wow. Big up to Ishmael and big up to Ishmael and Perry, man, to break that story, because I didn't hear from and say this article does come certified. It's Venezuela cancel all energy. I never knew all these things was happening. It's very new to me. Maybe it's not new to some of you guys, so it's not a shocker. You know what I mean? But for me, yeah. So Tufton say US 7.1 million to restore operating theaters hit by Melissa, says health minister. Alright, so Tufton, sir, will that figure be all that we need to restore operating theaters hit by Melissa? Are we going to have a junior already? Because are we going to have a repeat of the restoration of the hospital in Mobile? What's the name of that hospital in Mobile, guys? When you see me I whisper, I don't want to shout and wake up people. But normally my voice would be, you know. But can't do that tonight. Now, my honest question is, will we have a Mobile Hospital Restoration 2.0? These hospitals actually being functional. There's a time is of the essence type of vibe. So again, I'll be watching this closely. You understand? Yes. But that would be my question. Yeah, man. And if you think that people aren't in a bad space still right now, I just want to remind you guys of this. Listen to this with Zuleika, just ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this.
For them. Homeless.
Tell me what you say you want. Tell me now about the house.
Everything. I need a bed, darling. I need a room. Definitely if you put them. So I may not have no weapon on the roadside for them stay. I'm homeless for them right now, darling. I need a help for them. Homeless, very homeless for them. Put it back.
Alright, Mr. say please stay a bad mom. Let's see it. Alright, bottle.
Me 3 mattress out the door. I have nothing, darling. Nothing. Nothing. I lose 14 head of goat. Nothing. Nothing I stand on. Me losing them clothes. I don't have nothing. So I'm the one piece where me standing on.
Tell me what's your name?
Herfalin Powell.
Alright, Miss Powell. Alright, so let me see what kind of assistance we can get. Because the whole community, as you realize, everybody lose their roof, everybody lose their house. So,
Rosa, darling.
Yeah.
I'm Rosa.
Look
up here. I have nothing. Nothing.
Alright.
Yo, it's real. It's real. The why I come on here and I talk about it, and I'm like, yo, we need to hold the government accountable. They need to be more urgent. This is the reason. And I was speaking about it earlier, like easy fix, like, yo, remember, you know, if the government did move faster, probably this lady would have been assessed already. You get me? Just imagine 1 month and 3 weeks and you are homeless. I don't think people really, it's like, when I see people try to defend this government and in the comment section talking about bad mind and all this crap, when what we're here talking about is it's on a humanitarian scale. You understand? It's on a humanitarian scale. Like, bro, there's a lot of people still homeless. How can you be so? And then I saw labor rights online showing their faces, one guy in particular, right? Saying that people them from down the west, and so if they never vote for Andrew, them not get none of the relief money. I mean, yo, David, yo, wow. Hold on, what David say what? Andrew only say me I mislead the people. Him say me, personally me, I mislead people. That's what him say? Him say me I mislead people. I can't mean at that, bro. You never see him address me yet. Him, you know, say Jerry Bryan in the attack Jerry Bryan post and personally. You go toe to toe with Jerry Bryan. Remember somebody know Jerry Bryan, you know? But me not look no attention from them. You may understand what I'm saying now. Me not look no attention. Me not do this for attention. Well, yeah, me not do it for attention, but not to me. Me look for the attention to the situation so we can remedy the situation for people them. So people them can get help. I don't care if them are PMP and JLP, bro. People they need help. Help. Desperate help. 1 month. How much of the politician them would have go without them thing together for 1 month and 3 weeks? What would they do if it was you know what I mean? What would they do if it was their children? Would they move heaven and earth? And I'm talking about this government that's in power. because they are the one that's making the decisions, not the PNP. PNP is doing what the opposition does, ask the relevant question and get clarity so we can hold them to account and have them on record for what they've stated and everything. Right? No, Sadie, it's true. It's true. I think I still have the video on my phone. If I don't, I can play one of my videos that I had it on the intro. As a matter of fact, let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. Right. These are the type of people that make you lose hope in a society. You understand? I think we can find that video. How far back was it? Let me see. No, that's not the one. That's not the one. We can't know which one. Based off of how it starts. Because I think at the first video, the first part of the video, we make me put the brother. And I say, yo, man, really say that, bro. Can't believe say, man, really say that, bro. Man, say the people, making people, you know. Don't forget, sit down, brother. I didn't even vote for Andrew. So why do I come run up the mouth, you see me? Yeah, man. Alright. See if we can find it real quick. I don't think it's so far, you know. Don't you give up? No, no, no. I'ma give up. No, no, no. Let me love you. Let me love you. Don't you give up? No, no, no. Alright, that one there. I'll find over there. I'll find it, man. So I couldn't believe when the brother said it, and I said, really? Is that bad, bro? You said, well, we'll take the thing. Very sad. Anyway, let's move on. Can't find it.
So you jump on the Maverick in the space one more time. Still with the best and most developed people.
Before we move on. Hey Camille, how you doing? Yes, have to give God thanks all the time. Andrew wants to shut up the people. Oh, yeah. Not just him, but you know, he has a whole group of supporters online that they are the only ones that should have a voice. And a lot of them spread a lot of propaganda on the PNP, deliberately put out disinformation and false narratives, and they are upset with people like us that ask critical questions. True. Yeah, that's all we do. Is ask critical questions, give our opinions, and show evidence to back up our opinions and our arguments. That's what we do. You don't have to agree with the arguments, you know. And the arguments is not the end all be all, it's just our opinion. But listen to this. This is oral Tracey, somebody that I thought was leaning more to labor rights. To be honest with you. No, true. That's just me personally. I just thought he was leaning more to labor rights. He tries to hold a balance. Him and Deion Jackson Miller, them try. But I see subtle statements. I've never heard them look at the political parties from say, alright, look at the JLP as a body and their body of work. You know, that and how it affected the people positively or negatively over the years. And then look at the PNP and look at their body of work and how it affected the people positively or negatively. A lot of people just want to say, and I think he's leaning more to the JLP. I think so, but he still try to maintain a balance, which we respect. You understand? Same thing with Deion Jackson Miller. After recently Deion Jackson Miller, I guess my point is, ladies and gentlemen, although I think that he's leaning more towards the JLP, it's not a, I don't see any of these two individuals as a die-hearted to any party. Everybody has a bias. Even twins have twins. Sometimes listen to them with different, you know, two-locks and curl-locks, and in a mindset, they'll say, hear the argument, but, you know, you want to look bias towards. It's not an erroneous bias, you know. It's not a, yo, me no rate two-locks cause you say that are curl-locks. Cool. I don't really see it that way type of vibe. Which is a big people, so I seem to think you understand what I say? I wouldn't disagree. By far. You understand what I deal with? Yeah. Same thing with oral Tracey. When you come and see politics thing. Yeah. I just want to look at things when they disagree with and say something. I just want to look apart. And I still understand them as a cause me I look fit. Me I look fit more than what me see. Which you are going to explain. Come in, say, what's up, bro? Just giving you a shout out. Blessing yourself, enough love, season greetings. Well, Camille, I know some really support the whole season thing. Right now, Jamaica in a season of judgment, so I want the season that me up here right now. Yeah, man. I want the season that me up here right now. I tell you, serious. But anyway, we're at Tracey. We're at
Still fair and fearless analysis. I'm going to talk about the experience of a Jamaican citizen named George Williams today. Your name sound basic and common. George Williams. You not have the name of the 21 family or that kind of name. Very basic. You don't get more Jamaican than George Williams. Now this is a man who is 79-year-old. And he spent 50 years out of that 79 years in the Jamaican prison system awaiting trial. He have a niece who sued the state for, unlawfully have the man in jail for 50 years. And she get the government awarding George Williams 120 million Jamaican dollars.
No, you know say, in general, I give the short version. For those who don't know the story about George Williams, ladies and gentlemen, his mother fought and she died. Trying to get her son out of prison. You know what I said? That lady died of a broken heart. You understand? this family was immensely affected emotionally by this whole ordeal. You know what I'm saying? And those things, I said it before, I believe that not only should the judge, well, I don't think the judge could have ruled, the case that was in front of the judge is what the judge ruled on. I believe that the family should sue the government as well. Sue them for emotional trauma and stress. Yeah, they should sue them for that. I believe they have a strong argument. Their mother died of a broken heart. So George Williams is not the only one affected by George Williams being locked up. He has people that love him. His niece, she fought for him. She's the one that sought legal representation. She fought for him. She's his caretaker. And now the government, yo, let me tell you something. When you hear Tracey talk about this, you must know, say, it's like, what the government is, you can't unsee it, bro. You have to be under one spell for literally not see what we are talking about. You can't, you're not operate under regular senses. Something black in your senses. Something black in your eye, bro. All the blind somebody can't see what you're talking about. Listen to oral Tracey. Yeah.
But another kind of hurtful thing. Here the wicked Jamaican state. They are now channeling the hour. Based on a technicality, you know what so lawyers argue, but the lawyer representing the government is arguing that Mr. George Williams I get too much money. He spent 50 years in a prison awaiting a trial. The man is now mentally disabled. Man look shaky, look like him can't walk. And the insult not done yet. The Jamaican government, them I make a counter offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much. Them offer the man $6 million Jamaican dollars. That's how the legal team of the government offer the man. He spent 50 years in a Jamaican prison.
People, I encourage you to go over to Oral Tracey platform on YouTube. Oral Tracey Maverick. I encourage you to subscribe and listen to that video. Not only listen to it, want to watch the video and look at Oral Tracey. Facial expression, body language, and how he put across that message. Yeah, man. More encouragement for that. Big man thing. Yo, this is one of the moments the way it's like he would have done if him not talk. He hides how wickedness the man couldn't believe him and I say, oh, no man. The government really do this? When I say, oh, it's like I'm telling you, say the George Williams situation, where are you DJ? The George Williams situation is a new low, bro. The government, like when I say are the most wicked and caring government, it sound like a tagline, like you could have brushed past and say, no man, I don't disagree in caring because they do this. You could have an argument. Basically this is a movie where they make the fact that they actually a police actually there and I carry this guy court if you say yo, they don't want George Williams. They think they only deserve $6 million. If you spend 50 years in a prison, brother, this is like a final. You don't know. You know when you bury somebody and the final level at the concrete on the top, and you put the flowers on it. Yeah, man. Right now, son, the argument for this government being a caring government has died and has been buried with this move by the government. You understand what I say? There's no argument anymore. You cannot argue for them. You cannot, they're not giving nothing for argue about. You feel that me I deal with me from? You see me I say, Antonio? It's not even about them that like pay money, bro. Come on, Antonio. Listen what me I say. Listen what me I say, Antonio. Not liking paying money cannot be the excuse for challenge this thing in a court. It can't be. It can't be, bro. Cannot be. Walk on Lennox.
So YouTube family, the map in this space one more time. Still with the best and most credible opinion, you know. Still fair and fearless analysis. I'm going to want to talk about the experience of a Jamaican citizen named George Williams today. You hear him name sound basic and common. George Williams. He not have the name of the 21 family or that kind of name there. Very.
You hear that? You see how Maverick set him president in another argument, huh? Maverick take argument. Got one place where me even when I pray. Oral Tracey I pray classes him. Because if I did anyone I 21 family member them, that happened to. Money have to run. As a matter of fact, George Williams gonna spend 50 years in a prison. Me even wanna think about it on the level there. George Williams gonna spend 50 years in a prison for the one I 21 family them around Jamaica. Spend what? As they lock him up and come out. He couldn't do a prison, so worse the man have like mental challenges. You know what I'm saying? The man have a disability. Special needs. Lock up a man in a prison. No trial, bro. 50 years. Eyes up Buchanan. I'm like a God send him. Man get free. Then sue the government. Yes, after an argument the eyes are put. The man get 120 million. Yo, right now me all I wonder if the government I challenge this because Isaac win the case. You know believe I just wicked then wicked. Just like when I say, oh, the whole dirty boy, the dirty Rasta boy, George Williams, how him think you can get 120 million from government. I saw it look. I saw it feel. And that's some disgusting thing this, bro. Like them not have no emotional intelligence. Them just some weird people them from like we even understand them, brother. It's like them not me I feel wonder if them are some reptilian or something. Them real, me I wonder if them are AI. Like the people in the government, me I wonder if them are AI on the JLP side. Me not tell a lie. I wanna think.
Very basic. You don't get more Jamaican than George Williams. Now this is a man, he's 79-year-old. And he spent 50 years out of that 79 years in the Jamaican prison system.
Yo, the man almost spent 2/3 of his life in a prison. Wrongfully. The man almost spent 2/3 of his life in a prison. Wrongfully. What you say? King Spanish Town prison for the 70s until now, bro. Now he's mentally sick. Oh, your brother? Yeah, there. Them environment, you know. No conducive for mental health, my friend. For enhance mental health. If you not have a strong way, I tell you, if by the grace of God, keep you, you know, you're not going to harm, listen me. You're not going to harm.
Awaiting, Shia. Him have a niece who sued the state for, you know, unlawfully have the man in jail for 50 years.
No, I just want to know this and look upon this to show your government a Jamaica wicked for even pull that stunt there. I really I go after George Williams' money. Yo, if that bridging they never have, somebody will care for him. You know, saying that they are prison same way, tell him dead. As a matter of fact, 50 years when they're in a prison, and God make him alive same way. Because he could have easily dead, you know. I tell her that any type of situation, he could have not be with us anymore. And then if him pass, you wouldn't even hear about his name. You see me? Incident, the man him not no family, no nothing. Who would have care for him? The state of Jamaica? The same state we know. Who would have care for him then? If him dead in a prison. This is same Jamaica government that would have care for him. Maybe next one, maybe PNP. Maybe. We have more faith in them so they would have care. Is there not David? There's no justice in Jamaica. Why? It appeared that way they do. They say the wheel of justice turns slowly. That's how we have to look to God still in David, because if you really want real justice, it have to come straight from the Creator. And that's what we need right now. We need justice in Jamaica. And we need God to come down, come, you know, lay down him finger. Because you will not no, you can't go too much power. Just need him to wave him pinky. Just need God to wave him pinky finger and judge Jamaica. Because we are going too bad now. Them things are right, brother. This shouldn't even have been a thought. Like, you know what I mean? Them shouldn't even think, what's say, yo, them not even try this and stuff. Madness.
She get
Madness.
The government awarded George Williams 120 million Jamaican dollars. But another the hurtful thing. Here the wicked Jamaican state.
You hear that?
They are now channeling the award. This man are technically, because you know what so lawyers argue, but the lawyer representing the government, he argued that Mr. George Williams I get too much money. He spent 50 years in a prison awaiting a trial. The man is now mentally disabled. Man look shaky, look like him can't even walk. And the insult not done yet. The Jamaican government, them make a counter offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much. Them offer the man $6 million Jamaican dollars. That's how the legal team of the government offer the man. He spent 50 years in a Jamaican prison. Now, when the Maverick come here and bomb government,
You see that?
the political tribalists them jump out. Because the Maverick, you fight against this and you fight against that. Eh? But what a wicked, uncaring, corrupt system we have.
And you see, you know, Maverick still try to maintain his neutrality by saying a wicked and uncaring corrupt system. But really the government, the individuals that they put in government makes a difference as much as how some people don't want to admit that because they want to believe say, yeah man, if I did the PMP I would have see it. No fam. No fam. Stop it. I just admit it like a good hospital. Big up please up please. No fam. That is not it. You get me? No. Show me in which part of PMP history, you see leaders where see a man in a fame situation and decides as a government say, yo, him not deserve the money there, you know. Him not deserve the money there. 50 years in a prison, you should I get $50 a year. Yo, on a regular wicked people in the government, you know. You see, all the lawyer we work for the government and actually go and I represent the government to say them are go through with the case. Pana, me I wonder if do lawyers have a moral compass? Or you just do that because, oh, your excuse is, I'm a job. I'm not telling no lie, you know. Personally, if I did me name I represent that case. Just offer a moral, some type of moral fiber and code alone, I would have to decline in representing the government and that. If it costs me my job or so, bro, and then if they fire me, you know what I mean, would I express my growth even further for the decision? Yeah, because that is, it's inhumane, it's evil. It's evil to appeal the case against George Williams. It's pure evil. And that's my opinion. If you elaborate them where I watch, I might have watched the replay. You have an evil government. Them not just uncaring and wicked, them evil. It's not the system. It's not the system. The government made a decision. And who run this government? It's not PNP made that decision. No. We're gonna get to that one.
The man spent 50 years of his life in a prison awaiting trial.
Trial.
If you have crime, we don't know if him committed.
Trial.
And this judge, when him look on the case, thank God for the man needs, This judge, when him look on the case, said, no man, what was done to this man is unconscionable.
Conscionable, bro.
We cannot compensate this man for 50 years of life in a prison.
Yo, George should have gotten the least 2 million US. The least. You heard what I said? The least 2 million US. No joke, no 2 years about it. Yeah, man. At least 2 million US. You should have get. My name saying too much, brother. 6 million. Yo, I say me love how Tracey break down this, you know. Yo, I say the man really, it's like the way I break it down, I saw me would have break it down. You know, when me dip on me, we just, when me dip on me, you know, when me dip on the topic, sometimes something just come to me and me just flow on me and say, yo, and I just straight from my heart. This come from the heart. This video where him do, the George Williams come from the heart. I tell you that, him just watch the man body language. A bunny man come from burn out the system, you know, brother. And the man break it down, you know, brother. Yo.
But we are giving him $120 million. Make him enjoy the rest of his days. And maybe some of his children them can reap some benefits. But here...
Yeah, because here I know. Remember say you can't give a man in time, you know, brother. You don't have the capacity to do that, you know. The man lose 50 years, bro. Them say time is money, bro. So we are say 50 years a man life, the man lose so many powerful moments he could have had in his best time of health, youth, a better quality of life. And the system stripped that away from him. 2 million US is not even enough. if I'm being fair, if you're in a prison for 50 years unlawfully, 2 million is a slap on the wrist. If you give a man for in a prison for 50 years. But I understand the government now want to set a precedent so somebody can get 2 million US. I understand. But the 120 did alright. Did alright. Still could have gone more, but it did alright. You know? Remember, so the man are going to need a certain special level of care and everything. You know what I mean?
Jah the rest of days, and maybe some of children them can reap some benefits. But here come the government representative now, saying the $120 million too much. 6 million we are offering. We can work out $6 million. Share up over 50 years.
Let's do this.
I think we calculate it. And it comes to something like $10,000 a month. For the 50.
$10,000 a month. Make me do my own calculation. Can you imagine that? When me see him go calculate, I say, yo, that's something that I would do. You see me? So that's why I say the way the man I break this down, Royal Tracey, come on man. Alright, so we have $6 million. Jamaica, not US. Alright, we have what? 50 years. 50 years, 50 times 12. Divided by 50 times 12. My bad. Oh, I $10,000 a month exactly, you know. $10,000 a month. Yo, if you have somebody in a prison for 2 years wrongfully, wouldn't you think that the premium, whatever it is you use as a monetary premium, if you give him back, it should increase every year? Because the more years either equal to more trauma, more pain, more damage to the individual. Clearly the man came out and he was not well. Those are very harsh circumstances that he was. He never want to stay at one hotel. A prison demanded there, no? Hardcore prison. Bruh.
Here with the man there, please. That all the Jamaican, for the, I think we calculate it. And it comes to something like $10,000 a month.
Yeah.
For the 50 year with the man there, please. That all the Jamaican corrupt, dirty system value the average Jamaican.
No, ladies and gentlemen, do you know that the government is not going to give, even if they did not challenge this? The man now get 220 million one time, you know? No. That even make it worse. And I like say something the man can use to uplift in quality, life and standard. He wasn't gonna get the money one time. You know them no phases. And they want to give the man $6 million. Yo, God, I got to deal with them, you know? I tell you, bro. No, man, them really not nice. Them really, there's something wrong with them, brother.
And them are the same average Jamaican with them kind of name, you know? George Williams. It's them same Jamaican there. Run up and down behind politician and drink them boot water and lick off them bootstrap. Yeah? The other day, me dey on a block.
Before you go up on the story about the black where him there, man, you see it? You the man say, the same person like a George Williams, I only see a man run back a politician. Them, you know? Yeah, man, I wanna uplift them and I call them on the bro, God, and oh, this lady, we can't believe the woman said, I wanted the conference thing for the JLP said, she would have sell her house and give Andrew the money and go homeless. I say, what kind of devil possesses this woman? If you even say that I think it, I actually would have do it. Eh? Man having good house and property and everything, and family alright, and you are planning to sell your house to make sure it's an immune election. So you're going to be homeless. Someone wouldn't even sell on a house to say give offering to God. But when they are selling on a house, you know, sister, the people don't worship this man. People, you know, see that? When you see them people, who remember that lady there? Who said she would have sell her house? You know, me I wonder, I look back at me and say, I wonder if that lady did alright. I wonder if she did drunk when she said. But I want elderly woman, she never looked inebriated to me. She never looked like she, you know, she did frost or nothing. So me really I wonder. Because it was weird. When she said that to me. But probably weird to me and that was normal thing for she. You know? That's cool. But yeah, man, are them same people there. Are them same people there. Them are the George Williams of the country. Are them run back at the politician. And them. They want them to pay you. They go to court, they don't appeal. Oh yeah. And then they appeal, and then they appeal, and then they appeal.
Because somewhere the other day, I don't know what to talk about. And me there a reason. There's some bridge in there. And me see a man come over to me. You know what I'm saying? Call out my name and say, a long time I want to see you, you know. So I stretch out my hand to shake him hand. Because you don't know. Enough time people running at the Maverick Night Street and when them come across like that, we just give them a handshake and say, yeah, bless up. The man said, no, I don't want to shake your hand. Long time you fight against my government. You can't stop my government and you can't stop my government. I don't know his name, but he can bet you him have a name similar to George Williams. And if the system hold him, same thing you reach George Williams, I'm going to reach him. They must.
Bridget, me say, me really want the people, them and little lab rat, them and little die-hearted people, them. I if you remember that. Don't wait till it happen to you for you to care. Don't wait till it happen to you for you to listen. Any Jamaican that is abused, if you have the mentality that all of us is being abused, you know, it's not just that person. We are all connected. Once them start to abuse one away, the abuses and we they are still some bops. When they get abused yet, literally, they are not watch it and go and like say, we don't want to raise your voice in concert and say, no, you know, we're not going to tolerate that. Yeah, man. We're not going to tolerate that, you know. Yeah, and if it happen again, we're going to take legal action and set a precedent and rise up legally and put resources behind that. Because once we set the precedents in a court, you know, and they know, say, yo, brother, when you do them things to one Jamaican and do that to all Jamaican, they say, me I deal with, and we are the government, and we are telling you, say legislation have to go switch up and change. No. If you make sure say them things don't ever happen again. And if it happen again, and one's done know say, them are going to spend hard labor in a prison. I bet say, when you not deal with the thing that way, people, it's going to be a deterrent for people stop abusing the citizen. When a leader knows say, if you abuse the citizen and violate the constitution, all in family can get locked up to with it. All of them in a prison. You know, based off our constitution and the laws to protect the people, which is the employer, sorry. You dig? And them way there. And we have to demand those things, the things that the politician and all goes up son. Yeah man, accountability man, yeah man. We are gonna put the things them in place. And I say Andrew sue integrity commission, brother. What do you hear, brother? And I try to remove one section of the integrity commission after the illicit enrichment. Kawa. Man no want nobody a program them and a pressure them, brother, for give information about their finances, brother. So watch out. Yo, we don't really have to bother with the integrity thing over here saying. Burn that, you know. We just want to do what we want for the bro. Believe. As a classism at the end of the day. They want to be the lawmakers and the law breakers. And when the law not suit them, want some sweet, neat sweet. When the law not suit them change it. See me? Respect, thanks to the heart. Yeah man. When the law not suit them change it. And that's what Andrew when I require a change of the law because I say, yo, that part of the act, the unconstitutional. Oh, you should be the one that passed the act. Right? Did it with it the whole time in the debate. Give the people high praises. Me play the audio. And me now stop play the Peter Bunting quote and journalists in the parliament. How it affect the economy when you have corruption appearing at the top of the ladder of the government. The man in investigation, yo, them think there's a deterrent, bro, for investors, bro. You think some people will take the chance, but you understand what I mean? Yeah, man, the perception of corruption index, them think they're important. Them think they're important, fam.
Must be some superior authority. We should have looked on this case and said, no, government no bother appeal. That kind of mistake, if it was a mistake, should not be made against any Jamaican citizen.
So, where my call for is a higher authority if you look upon the case and say, you know, the office of the Prime Minister, obviously, because this has nothing to do with the opposition. This decision has nothing to do with the opposition. This decision has nothing to do with the opposition. Opposition never was a part. Yeah, man, we are take one vote. We are going to debate it. Sue George Williams. No, that did not happen. This was a decision by the Andrew Owen State administration. Alright? And it had anything other than the office of the Prime Minister and then people and legislator, obviously the Prime Minister would have to be aware. Alright? And if he was aware enough to look at the case, oh, George Williams, I just already seen the paper, you know, 50 years in prison, no sad. No man, we can't. No man, this man deserves the 120, man. We can't. The optics of it alone would not represent what this party represents. No, this man spent 50 years in prison. He should have got more money. And then even if they wanted to challenge it, they didn't even revise the amount that they were offering. They were offering the man $6 million. Ladies, this is not a spit in the face. They defecated, they urinated. You see all of the garbage we pile up at the hospital, them show it in a George Williams' face. They mistake. Bro, like, seriously? Man, yo, you can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up. Can't make this up. Tell me that, right? Hold on.
But the heartless government have the gall to appeal the award of $120 million.
Terrible.
Which is not excessive, you know. Because I don't know how you value 50 years of a man's life.
That means
How you value the suffering of a man
you may say
50 years. And up a Pegasus in there. And up a AC hotel in there. And I don't have Iberia Star, I don't have Montego Bay the man there. And the dirty Jamaican dungeon prison the man there. For 50 years. When I read the story, the man said, them quote the man as saying, every morning he wake up, he pray to God, say him get released from hell. That the man said. And our government representative, our government attorneys, I look on the man and say, no man, $120 million too much. You forget 6 million Jamaican worthless pop down dollars. For 50 years of life in a prison. And as we said, this is how the state treat a common Jamaican. If you may have a different kind of name, you know. Different kind of name and probably a different complexion and a different home address. He wouldn't be treated this way, you know. You think he would have? We say, if you follow the PR of governments in Jamaica, people that think that them kind of thing are not happening in Jamaica again, you know. But it's when you live in Jamaica and you know the nitty-gritty of how Jamaica full of classism, you don't understand how deep an issue like this cut to the heart of several Jamaicans who are not tribalists. You know what I say, people? The man spend this should be a lesson, you know. The man should get $1 billion Jamaican dollars. We send a lesson to the state. So you cannot abuse Jamaican citizens like this. But a certain Jamaican citizen you can abuse like this. Because it was a rich brown man with another kind of name who would have sued them. He would have sued them and sued them and sued them and sued them. Yeah, man. So that is how government value 50 years of a man's life. 10,000 Jamaican dollars a month. For the 50 years when the man died prison. And as we said, the lawyer, I read it in on the lawyer argued for the technicality, something about the puke. Yeah, when we read it, my stomach sick. Sick, I want puke. When I read the story, you know. I mean the story about long time, you know, because it's been a couple of months so I see it all over the place. But I never realized the nitty-gritty details say the government have make that kind of offer to the man and his family. Because he's a little dirty foot black Jamaican named George Williams. That's how them view the dirty foot Jamaican. And as we say, and the same hundreds of George Williams are run up and down behind politicians. When politicians win them seat and go in a parliament, you think them business video? Them have them bodyguard and them have them $20 million a year where them are earn. Where them take from taxpayer. And not one of them here walk them out to defend the rights of the Jamaican man. Not one, God Almighty, of them. Eh? How when them have talk empty, you know? Some man got jump up on my face and say, oh, you can't stop the government. Eh? That me I try to show you with Jamaica people too. Yeah, man. Him pray to God, say him get released from hell. The Pegasus in there. And I don't have a AC hotel in there. And I don't have Iberia Star, I don't have Montego Bay the man there. And I the dirty Jamaican dungeon prison the man there for 50 years.
And that the point there. That's one of the main point. The man was in terrible conditions for 50 years. The man never stay one suite. He never get 5-star accommodations. It's like them now factor in the emotional trauma. This is an inconsiderate, uncaring, wicked, evil government based off this representation, to be quite honest with you. What happened? No.
When I read the story, the man said, them quote the man as saying, every morning he wake up, he pray to God, so him get released from hell. That
So
the man,
although the man did Did Ray? The man could have recognized him there in hell. I saw him describe the environment. George Williams. For those who are listening and coming through, we're talking about George Williams being sued, the case being, what do you call it, appealed, the decision in court that the judge actually, finalized the $120 million award for his 50 years in prison without a trial. Never was convicted, just awaiting trial for 50 years, awaiting to see a judge. Never saw a judge to defend himself. Injustice done on a man, a regular citizen of Jamaica, George Williams, and the government of Jamaica under Andrew Honest-led administration, in their infinite wisdom, decided, you know what? He don't deserve the 120, he deserve the 6 million over the same forget. 120 is too much. Make a Andrew Honest that actor. The Andrew Honest sued the government or there while being the government. Wanna forget? Wanna forget that Andrew Honest sued the government while being the government? While being the head of the government. Wanna remember that? But this same government, led by Andrew Honest, decided this black Rasta man, this dirty foot Rasta man, if you can't get 120 million an hour money, no, not so, not under our watch. Not true, man. Man saying, pray every day for God take him out of hell. And God deliver him. Don't think them prayer then the unanswered. Poor fellow. The man simply enough. When I read, when him say when him come out of prison, I'll find the video.
Answer. And our government representative, our government attorneys, I look on the man. I said, no man, $120 million too much. You forget 6 million Jamaican worthless pot down dollars. To 50-year life in a prison. And as we say, this is how the state treat the common Jamaican. If you may have a different kind of name, you know. Different kind of name and probably a different complexion and a different home address. He wouldn't be treated this way, you know. You think he would have? Listen, if you follow the PR of governments in Jamaica, people that think that them kind of thing are not happening in Jamaica again, you know.
Yeah.
But it's when you live in Jamaica,
Different ball game.
and you know the nitty-gritty of how Jamaica full of classism. You don't understand how deep an issue like this cut to the heart of several Jamaicans who are not tribalists. You know what I say, people? The man spend this.
I'll make me be clear. And the dieted people don't matter about, you know, because all the dieted people can try to attempt to defend something as indefensible as this. There's no defense for the government. Half of the things that I talk about, the government, or go in Paris, half of the things that I talk about, the government literally cannot, like, no logical person can defend the arguments that I'm posing. For the most part. For the most part. And I guess that's one of the things with me. Once I come to the conclusion about something and I see it, my job now is to have you see what I see. So the content after that is me showing you the argument that I was making before. So you can see it now. See that? So I'm constantly coming back with more evidence that I find to prove to you my point of, yo, this is what this person is. So once they give me that ammunition, I'm going to use it. The government give me all type of ammunition to talk against them because of their action. if they did things that was positive for the people, I would say positive things about them. Guys over here on Bolo and our clips. Nobody not hitting the like button. Come on, man. Stop it, man. Don't do that, man. Double tap the screen, man. Double tap the screen, man. No say later on lazy, I want to sleep. Double tap.
Should I be a lesson, the man should get $1 billion Jamaican dollars. We send a lesson to the state. So you cannot abuse Jamaican citizens like this.
You hear that? The man say, man, should I get $1 billion? Me agree.
Should I be a lesson, the man should get a tribalist. You know what I'm saying, people? The man spend this. Should I be a lesson, the man should get $1 billion Jamaican dollars. We send a lesson to the state. So you cannot abuse Jamaican citizens like this. But a certain Jamaican citizen you can't abuse like this. Because it was a rich brown man with another kind of name. He would have sued them. He would have sued them and sued them and sued them and sued them. Yeah, man. So that is how government value 50 years of a man's life. 10,000 Jamaican dollar a month. For the 50 years when the man that prison. And as me say, the lawyer, me I read it in and the lawyer argue it. Part of technicality, something about the puke. Yeah. When we read it, the stomach sick.
You hear that?
Sick. Sick, no one puke. When the
man say when you read what the government argument is to try and appeal George Williams getting his money of 120 million, the man say we have to throw up the disgustingness of it all, the despicableness of it all. These people have no heart, they have no soul. Me tell you, if I was that lawyer, I would have never taken that case. Ever. I couldn't look at that case while and go, yeah man, this is right up my alley. What? Bro, you have to fire me, bro.
I read the story, you know. I mean the story about long time, you know, because it's been a couple months from the seat all over the place, but we never realize the nitty-gritty details say the government have make that kind of offer to the man and his family. Because he's a little dirty foot black Jamaican named George Williams. That's how them view the see dirty foot Jamaican.
Classism, yeah.
And as we say, and the same hundreds of George Williams I run up and down behind politicians. When politicians, when them sit and go in a parliament, you think them this video? Them have them bodyguard and them have them $20 million a year where them are earn.
Remember good.
Where them take from taxpayer. And not one of them here whoop them out to defend the rights of the Jamaican man. Not one, God Almighty.
No. This part of it is interesting. I mean, that can be accurate still, you know, because I know the argument is probably going to be that, well, Isaac Buchanan is his lawyer, but he's also a politician. And he opened his mouth and spoke about it several times. So that's not really true. And he does represent the PNP. So we can say at least one PNP has publicly spoken about it and spoken against the government despicable approach of appealing it. Oh, maybe. Yeah, he was his lawyer. Yeah, he was his lawyer. So yeah, Isaac Buchanan spoke about it. So I'm not knocking or Tracey for that. He might not have seen it, and probably he's seen it, but it's not enough. Because probably I consider it say why I'm lying. So you know what I mean? You might expect like our Mark will say something on other representatives. You understand? Probably that you might expect. And I don't think it would be unreasonable. I don't think it would be unreasonable to hear from Mark Golding. But then, at the same time, to be fair to them, there's so much going on right now outside of George Williams' case that is being dealt with by the PNP. A lot. They are very active. So basically what I'm saying is that there's a lot of storms and a lot of fires, figuratively, that they've been outing. But still, somebody should have nudged Marky G and Marky G. But then again, they want to try to say them. I don't know. I feel like they really should come out and say something about and speak up for George Williams. And just let it, bro. You know the man you want to unite, to rebuild, bro. That now go. It's not. The JLP don't want to unite. Andrew Honest does not want to unite with no PMP. Whatever the glory is and the spoils of this catastrophe, Andrew Honest government wants it for themselves. Whether I say them do this or say them do that, and them are the best government ever. They're not interested in a unity. They are not interested in democracy, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. They are not. So the people suffer. People suffer. And the angle at which, Maverick take the thing. The man take the thing to the classes in part, and although I never considered it, he's on point. He's on point.
Yeah, then. Eh? How are the Maverick talking to you now?
You're vexed.
Some man got jump up in my face and say, oh, you can't stop the government. Eh? That's I show you with Jamaica people. Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
What does me say? The people are tribalists before they are Jamaicans.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like our man government in the office now, he must step to the Maverick and say, Maverick, the fight against the government, the fight against the Prime Minister. When we talk about them kind of stuff, yeah. That show you.
Yeah, and it's sad. It shows how far removed the people are. When they listen, it's like people need to start reciting the national pledge, Yeah, man, I feel like it needs to be mandatory. Every morning I get up, recite the national pledge. Yeah. Alright. It says, before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body, in the service of my fellow citizens. This is literally being a brother's keeper. I promise to stand up for justice. Brotherhood and peace. Brotherhood and peace. Justice. I promise to stand up for justice. Brotherhood and peace. Yo, I'm gonna start read this every time I start my show. I'm gonna do a recording. Anytime I do like a video and edit it on my phone, I'm gonna have that recording on it where I'm reciting this pledge. Yeah, man. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may under God increase in beauty, fellowship and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. Eternal Father, bless our land. Right? Guard us with thy mighty hand. Guard us, protect us with thy mighty hand. Keep us free from evil powers. Be our light through countless hours. To our leaders, great defender, grant true wisdom from above. Justice, truth be ours forever. Jamaica land we love. Teach us true respect for all. Stir response to duty's call. Strengthen us, the weak to cherish. Give us vision lest we perish. Knowledge send us, Heavenly Father. Grant true wisdom from above. This starts with God and ends with God. That's the type of time Jamaica is on, you know. The pledge and the anthem starts with God and ends with God. It says, think generously and honestly so that Jamaica may under God, increasing with the fellowship and prosperity and play your part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. If Jamaica is not under God, you won't be beautiful, there will be no fellowship and prosperity. So we can play our part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. God has to be at the center of it to advance the welfare of the whole human race. Yeah, I think I need to do a short video that I'll post up in all of my videos to remind the people of the pledge. Very powerful words, a very powerful, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Covenant. A very powerful covenant with the people of Jamaica. I respect to him, Maverick. Like, I want the G run out on them. Now, ladies and gentlemen, me a pass and fast. I'm come across an audio. I know me listen to Art of High Pressure. You know? What about that people? Me a pass and fast. So me know say we have a video on my phone. No More Empty Promises, July 24, 2026, Kingston, Jamaica. 1 million strong we march. Arms Cash Society. Well, Arms Cash, big up yourself. I would love to see a rally or a march of that magnitude in Jamaica. I mean, that would be amazing. I don't normally come out, but that type of atmosphere, I would be there to stand with my brothers and sisters in peace. I would be there. You know what I'm saying? I would be there. Cause we are march. Cause we are marching on to progress. Time comes, sound the alarm. And we no care what the labor rights say or what they say we are. Cause we need to fight the labor rights and to set Jamaica free. We are blood and fire comrades, and we are marching to victory. Everything they broke down, we are gonna build back. We are gonna build back better than before. Anything they take away, we are gonna bring back. We are gonna set it right and restore. Time come to ease off the pressure. Lord, Jamaica can't take no more. We are stepping out of darkness into the light and knocking down the devil's door. Cause we are marching on to progress. Time comes on the alarm. I may not care what the labor rights say or what they say we are. Cause we need to fight the labor rights and to set Jamaica free. We are blood and fire comrades, and we are marching to victory. Hey, man, tell you the man. I tell you now. God is in control, ladies and gentlemen. You see that trust God and live with them? Now make them determined. Now, what may I say? What may I say, Steve?
Is the actual entity behind her. Why is Ace Charity Please, I'm asking for a
What's your name? User 33 Unicity. Let me find her on TikTok. User 33 Unicity. Because
The real contents.
probably we can get some more information. User 33 Unicity. Okay, see how yeah, she this. Yeah man, she this. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what the video they know, I'm gonna just see how all of it. I go back on it. I want she in one blue. Okay. She in one blue shirt. She in one blue shirt. Trying to see that I did.
Please, I'm asking for assistance in locating the Member of Parliament for part of Northern and Southern Trelawney, Miss Phyllis Dalrymple. It has been almost 6 weeks since the hurricane, and persons in your constituency are saying they have not seen or heard from you. Your delegates that work with you during the election to get you nominated are going under pressure because the people them, when they use wheelchair and walker, to pull out of their house, to go vote for you, they are not happy and they're frustrated and they're getting upset. Bear in mind, you go want them again. The last thing I put out in the paper was that your house roof blew off, so the people them soon see you, which that is poor excuse and that should not be an excuse why you cannot do your job.
So hold on there. Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell roof our house get damaged. And Dr. Dayton Campbell outside from year one amongst the people there. Hey, let me tell you something. Jamaica and the people in the constituency in particular. You don't have to sorry for yourself, you know. That's the first thing. Second thing, when you're in your lowest moment, watch how people treat you. Let me say that again. Come with us. People, when you're in your lowest moment, watch how your political representatives treat you. You hear me say? Ladies and gentlemen, when you're in your lowest moment, right now Hurricane Melissa just leaked. Yeah man, we there one low moment right now, not true? Yeah man, we there one low moment right now, Jamaica. Hurricane Melissa, it's been 1 month and 3 weeks. Today at Tuesday, official at 3 weeks, 1 month and 3 weeks. You must observe how people treat you when you're at your lowest moment. This lady is calling from Marissa Dalrymple. Them can't find her. I don't mean say so. It's not me, the people in the constituency. I said, I don't mean I say. Alright? Now, if she is active, you know, so them always are going to do take pictures and do videos if she active. Right? So people must say them now see this video was what? 7th of December? That's all? Today is 16th. I hope them see you, Mr. Dalrymple. I hope that you saw this video and you reached out. But the lady I say, you say your house, your roof blew off. So you can't get somebody to deal with the roof while you do your job. The same job we pay you so you can fix a roof. People them we represent. Yeah man. Job we pay you good. All of them pay good money. From Prime Minister go straight on everybody. You know? Comfortable. Watch out. So I see this is the thing. The system set up in our way where being a politician should be performance based. Yeah man, if you're not show up for work, you not get paid, brother. If you not perform, yeah man, it's too serious if you not do it that way then. We need proper representation. This is insane. This is insane.
Please, I'm asking for assistance in locating the Member of Parliament for part of Northern and Southern Trelawney, Miss Phyllis Dalrymple. It has been almost 6 weeks since the hurricane, and persons in your constituency are saying they have not seen or heard from you. Your delegates that work with you during the election to get you nominated are going under pressure because the people them will then use wheelchair and walker to pull out of their house to go vote for you. They are not happy and they're frustrated and they
Can you imagine? I'm in a wheelchair and politician. You see me tell you though? I'm in a wheelchair when they want to vote to get back in the power. And come phone in our house, fine, and 1 month and 3 weeks after I start, then I reach back out the yard. You don't see them? Jamaica. I say it again. Watch how your representatives treat you at your lowest moment. And even if you are not the one experiencing the lowest moment, as a wise and prudent person, you have to watch them same way all them treat other people. We are your Jamaican brothers and sisters, regardless of which party they vote for. Watch how they treat them. And just know say, you're not special. If you think you're special, wake up. You're a dream. You hear that? Yeah man. If them can get it, you can get it too, man. Yeah, man, we just want to know, hug up that and absorb that and make it sink in on the bone and on the consciousness, make you sleep and dream about it happen to you. But then neglect you. Pain and the horror, losing everything, and when you look, none of the representatives they want to run back at you. None. Don't Westmoreland, I think a little bit of people may hear on TV and say, them not see Dr. Dayton can be in an early part. Not even 3 days, not even 4 days, they want to pressure Dr. Dayton can do. 1 month and 3, and 1 month and hard. 1 month and 1 hour, 2 weeks. Uno wait before you start ball out. Uno bossy. This a video should have make long time. Uno bossy, man. Uno bossy.
getting upset. Bear in mind, you go want them again. The last thing I put out in the paper was that your house roof blew off, so the people them soon see you. Which that is poor excuse, and that should not be an excuse why you cannot do your job. Please go visit the constituency and do the right thing. Sir Andrew Holness, please, I'm asking you, let Miss Phyllis Dalrymple go visit her constituency and do right by her people. Coming from a dieted labor rights. All right.
Yo, me never listen to all of this now. I first part alone me a Dalrymple name how much month. coming from a die-hearted laborite. Listen to me. I don't have nothing to say now. I don't have nothing to say. The applause will get louder. Let me see who now rise up and attack the truth. Yeah man, all I want to labor right, we used to defend and die at it. Them thing I'm want to see from. Because it happened to me now and not talk soon here. Hold it. Now hold it. Because we don't want to look bad on the party. I want to lead down now. Hold it. Take his sufferation like a bossy blurt, not slave. David, I don't need to say nothing, I lie. I don't need to say nothing, bro. I might drop that, you know? As a die-hearted laborite. Damn. Wow. Marissa Dalrymple. Wow. Wow. As a die-hearted laborite. Mighty God.
The real contention for leadership within the Jamaica Labour Party, I gather there's about 3 camps that are there who are jacking.
Yo, big up Colin. Like, listen what I'm going on. So, what are they? They have some new video, man. Where is the church? How about this?
So 2 gunmen slaughtered 15 people in Sydney, Australia.
Yes.
And that took place yesterday. Okay? We won't even call the names of the individuals. But we are seeing that they targeted Jewish people attending a particular event. Okay? 15. And the gunmen, the report is that they pledge allegiance to the Islamic State group while ISIS flags or Islam flags were reportedly found in their car. Okay? Yes. That's what we are seeing. And there is quite a bit of information that is available, so you could do your research on same. So there is talk now that there is no tolerance for anti-Semitism and so on. But friends, we have been letting you know it's going to rise. We are in that time. Word of prophecy. So what do? We have to go out, evangelize, go out and pray, because in praying, the Lord will use our prayers and intercession to shut down and to cancel, to nullify, to neutralize, to convert. Our weapons are not carnal. So we don't preach and teach blocking roads, and so no, we don't need to do that. Why?
Thank you.
When we have the most powerful weapon, it's more powerful than a nuclear bomb. Huh? That is prayer coupled. Prayer, intercession, so that's palal and paga, coupled with the omer or the davar, the word of God, the logos. There's no more powerful weapon than that, friends. pale green horse is sweeping the globe. The gunmen lived in Sydney suburb, and what they did was to rent Airbnb closer to the beach. And of course, they were there until a few weeks ago when they moved closer to the scene of the attack, and they wreaked havoc. Yes, literal havoc. You can read the story, which is there online and all over.
Tragic.
You will get even more details.
Tragic.
Wake up, Jamaica. Wake up, Jamaica. And especially the people of God. Satan is determined to advance his agenda globally. So 2 gunmen.
Wow.
You better record it. Talking about conspiracy theories. Listen and listen well. Another story. We have been warning against it. We have been warning against fertility treatment and artificial insemination, in vitro semen. We have been warning because right now they are having a major problem globally. There is one particular incident where one man, right? Sperm coming from him, and pardon my sort of graphic language there, I could maybe say spermatozoa or the seed, right? And he has over 300 children globally, 300 offspring.
What?
That one man, they were able recently, as they are tracking it, over 300. No, don't you realize you are making a mockery of the divine design?
Of course.
One man, right? Quote unquote, having over 300 children scattered all over globally.
Wow.
Don't you realize you're making a mockery of the divine design?
Yo, they are going, them a violate God, you know? Yo, them a violate God, wicked. One man. Imagine, that can be weaponized now. That can be weaponized, you know? That is a war tool, you know? One man, sperm being used to impregnate and have 300 kids. What do you think that does to a population? Incest. Wow. One man.
A mockery of the human race?
Wow.
Huh? And do you think that we are going to get away? Do you think that we're going to get away?
Nope.
But that's for another story. Let's get back to the point. Let's get to the point. So they are now bioengineering, geoengineering and bioengineering, but we are focusing on the bioengineering, not just through the through GMOs, to attack the fertility of men and women, so that a certain race or ethnic group, they target them and they are not able to reproduce, right? To bring forth offspring. So that over time they hope that the population globally of that ethnic group would be dramatically decreased. Climate change is under climate change. Under climate change, where the central bank digital currency would be advanced, so that you would be monitored when you go to the supermarket. And I want you to listen. So you're talking about climate change, where your so-called carbon footprint is tracked. And what does that mean? Carbon footprint. Well, what you buy. So everyone would be given a quota each week or each month. And you can call me conspiracy theory, right? Theorists. Tell me one thing that we have said on this platform already that has come to pass, a number of changes. And it is going to come to pass, watch, and you will see. You better record it. You better record it. Talking about conspiracy theories. Listen and listen well. So now, this tracking of your digital or your carbon footprint. So imagine you go to supermarket or wherever you're going to buy your stuff. And it has to be supermarket, because if they have their way, there would be no Coronation Market. There would be no Papine Market. There would be no Spanish Town Market. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. So that only monopolies,
Wealthy.
the elites.
Hey, that word came up. I was watching Andre. Shout out to Andre. I was watching Andre earlier on Partnership TV, and he was speaking about a particular situation in regards to marijuana. And I mentioned that word monopoly. Here we go again. And that's literally what is the goal. The one world order is a monopoly of government. Thank you so much, Susie. Thank you. Yeah, man, respect every time. Every time. How much they're trying to. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. I want to encourage you guys to subscribe and support the platform here. And big up my first subscriber, Decade. Yes. Big up Decade. Yes. Yeah, exactly, Susie. Exactly. Real talk. Susie Wong. Big up yourself. Oh. Yeah.
Would now control food production and food supply.
Distribution, yeah.
They are the ones who will own these supermarkets, these mega chains and so on. The little small man out there would no longer be able to do that, because remember now, agriculture and so on would be taken away from them in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You better record it. Talking about conspiracy theories. Listen and listen well. Another story. We have been warning against it. We have been warning against fertility treatment.
Yes, Susie. You untapped Andrew since 2011. Really? So you realized who Andrew Honest was from 2011? Oh, what do you mean by that? Them taped him again in 2015. Oh, United Nations. Oh, UN tapped him. I got you. I understand. Yeah, the 2030 agenda. Yeah, I got you. That's why he's the champion boy. Interesting choice of words. I think there's an actual comic about. Wait a minute. Wait. Sometimes my brain work. I don't want to say that out loud to me, I think. Hold on there. I think it's Hellboy. Hellboy. I think it's Hellboy. Hellboy. I think that's the name of the character. Hellboy. Yep. And Jonas remind me of Hellboy. That just came to me already. Yep. That came to me a while ago. Yep, this is who Andrew Willis remind me of. I think we have to go watch back those movie clips. Wow. Oh, you guys remember this?
Free at last. A man released from prison after 50 years without trial in Jamaica. George Williams.
Can't say it. Thank the Lord. Today I can't say it. Thank the Lord. My brother is out.
Aldrin Jones, brother of George Williams, said, "Thank the Lord, his brother is out of prison."
And boy, the journey will be hard, but I'm prepared for it.
This is certainly what I like to call swift justice, and so I'm very happy to know that all of this happened in 7 days. Certainly in a perfect society, you could appreciate that this is what we want for our justice system. And so I would just implore all and plead to all defense attorneys that there are many of our brothers and sisters still in there, and we need to be able to assist them like we did for George.
It's just the beginning. We have plenty more, and we are committed to try to. We got some funds, and we got the attorney, we got the psychiatrist, and I am ready to go for the all of them one by one until I will make sure that mentally ill are not locked in a prison.
I think one of the
Yo, me say, when you watch that video, and you see George Williams come out of prison and you see man go so, and you look upon the man's face, yo, you can see the hardship of being in prison all over the man's face. Let me tell you, say, the government, yo, different, bro. If you really look for, try for, pay that virgin at every single dollar. You shouldn't all take so long. You shouldn't wait till all. You should have paid them already. Yeah, man. Should have get at least half of the money already. You're not gonna appeal and want to give you 6 million, you know?
Conceptions we have about persons with mental illness is that their functional state is permanent and that they cannot be better. So Williams has been on medication and is consistently being treated through the correctional services, so I must applaud him for that. And certain that his mental facets have improved since 1970 when he was incarcerated on a psychotic state. And he has shown significant improvement. He does have some persistent psychotic symptoms, but they do not interfere with his ability to either engage or understand what's going on. And I say that's one of the issues that we have to deal with. But the reality is that what we all agree on is that the best place for Mr. Williams is for him to be at home with his relatives and for his treatment to be provided in the least restrictive environment. And I think that's what happened to here today, and I think that's a wonderful thing.
I'm feeling so elated right now. After 50 years, and he's finally free. You know, words can't even explain how I'm feeling right now. I'm really, really grateful. Thanks to Jamaica stand-up group, Mr. Buchanan and his team. He did a very great job in such a short time. And I hope for the rest of inmates that is in there incarcerated just the same time like Mr. George Williams, I hope justice will be served in the short space of time that justice has been served to my uncle, George Williams.
Man, listen, bro. Yo.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to viewers on onespotmedia.com as well as TVJ International in the Cayman Islands.
Up first this evening, the Supreme Court has ordered the government to fork out over $100 million in damages to George Williams, a man who spent half a century in custody without trial.
Supreme Court Judge Sonia Wint Blair ruled that Mr. Williams' right to due process and a fair hearing within a reasonable time were breached.
And at least one human rights group is describing the situation as a gross miscarriage of justice.
Ramarda Lyons reports.
$120 million in damages, the amount the Supreme Court has ordered the government to pay over to George Williams, a mentally ill man who spent 50 years in custody without a trial. $78.6 million for compensatory damages and $42 million for vindicatory damages. The judgment was handed down Thursday in a wrongful imprisonment lawsuit filed by Mr. Williams' attorney, John Clark. Mr. Williams was released 5 years ago, and his family sought compensation from the government. The government, at the time, offered to pay Mr. Williams $6 million. It was rejected by his family. Human rights organization Stand Up for Jamaica says Mr. Williams' case highlights ongoing systematic issues in the justice system, particularly for mentally ill individuals who remain incarcerated without sentencing for decades. It adds that the fact that Mr. Williams had to wait 50 years to have his day in court is a gross miscarriage of justice, and that over 90% of mentally ill individuals have been incarcerated for over 20 years for petty crimes, languishing in conditions that exacerbate their mental health conditions. Attorney at law John Clark spoke with our news center after the judgment.
And I hope that this judgment will be examined carefully by the state, because while we are speaking now, there are other persons who are similarly circumstanced, like Mr. Williams, who are in custody because they are unfit to plea, and one would hope that the state would examine that mechanism to see how constitutional it can be and ensure that less intrusive methodology can be utilized apart from a prison to detain persons who are unfit to plea.
Stand Up for Jamaica is calling the ordered payout to Mr. Williams a victory at last, but this sobering admission from his attorney.
The sum that Mr. Williams received or is ordered to receive of $120 million. It cannot give him back his 2 years in custody, but it will go a far way in alleviating some of his financial concerns in the sunset of his years.
Mr. Williams was arrested on October 28, 1970, and charged with the offense of murder. Now, upon his arraignment on March 25, 1971, the issue of his fitness to plea was tried by a jury who found him unfit. He was released from prison on July 24, 2020. Romarda Lyons, TVJ News.
$1970. Wow. $1970. Virgin. Man, them really appeal this a decision. You can't want a wicked government down this, brother. The man them just take a case, brother. This is how we need to just bring light to the situation. Listen to this.
My brother, you see, he was the second one in line of 8. And he was living in Kingston for a little while and returned home. While he returned home, he was here for about a day or two. And he went away, so he was going to look too stick.
Yes.
The next thing we heard is that he committed a crime. And my mother and I was here, and she took me and run to go to a neighbor. And the next thing we saw was the police. My mother talked to the police, and the police left. In the evening, my brother returned home. And after he was here, a crowd of men came and they was speaking to him. And then I hear, "Don't move." And they run him down and the police caught him. And from that time, my mother was searching for him for over 3 years and didn't know where he was. Until she got some message, I think it's from the MP at that time, that he was in Spanish Town District Prison. Mm-hmm. I can remember when he returned from Kingston, that evening. I was walking behind him as a bigger brother come from town, and he went down the bottom there.
People in 1970, we are talking about, one different time in Jamaica, when the police wickedness and the way they look on black people and the way they look on Rasta, You understand what I deal with? So the man them run him down, catch him, and they never inform his mother where him there. 3 years after, when you see trauma where family go through, and this a wicked government here. Right now I say, yo, Why? I don't know. Hey, you know me look back on the story and me look on the details. It that piss me off, you know? It make me get angry, bro. Make my spirit I get angry. Yeah, man. You must dead. You must dead. Okay. Now worry yourself, my friend. I see pattern, I see style. Yeah, man. Mice are come from out the door and I come through right there, so where you usually open. That little place, they make it like a villa, you know. You can sit there. So then, okay, know yourself, man. Uno, hey, warrior, murder, she wrote. We see pattern and we see style, man. I don't know food that they have here, so you're searching. You buck up in there. Oh, alright, and they say I come from your friend. I mean, in persistent thing. No, rat. Oh, you're so bad. Chew me up on my life, I don't want much of the place, I'm mother asleep, I don't want. But if I do where I come from, you know. I saw him fine and small, I think can creep on this, so. Hey, rat dangerous, you know. Rat I come from the veranda, come under the door. He can't go under that door, the kind of space not under that door there. So okay. When me done my life, man. Nobody make up my mind to kill you, you know. Trouble. Remember me tell her that. But you know me hear about that story, ladies and gentlemen. And the more me get for me yo, that family should have sued the government. It's like how the government are trying to take the money from George Williams. The family if you sue the government now, you know, for the trauma that them go through, you know. If you see them loved one go through that, you know. Their mother died of a broken heart, you know. These are the arguments that you would have making as a lawyer, you know. Yeah, the family needs to be compensated, and now they want to put them through further trauma, wanting to take away the award off. Mother counter sue them. Yeah, man, mother counter sue the government. Man. I'm not even for them money. I feel with money. Our tax dollars. Much money unaccounted for. No receipt, no documentation. But you know, give me some money. The money.
And I saw him just drop a cocoa and start eating raw cocoa. But I was smart, so I did nothing say he was insane. So anywhere goes that evening I was just fine because my bigger brother came from town.
So you're saying that he had a bit of mental
Yeah, he had a bit of mental problem, but I was smart to really notice that.
How you feel now about your brother being locked away for 5 decades?
Well, to tell you the truth, I look on it as an injustice on the state. First of all, that's the way I look on it, because I don't believe that should really happen to a person. I think it should be brought to trial from a very long time.
Yes.
And one of the things that stirred me most, I brought it to the knowledge of the institution from 16 years ago.
Yes.
That was 2004. And the result that I get at that time is that I left from road, coming to inside the institution to take out a brother. So they transferred me. I was in the institution also.
And you saw your brother at
Yes, I was the one that brought him 2004 to the human rights lawyers and to Dr. Leverage, the psychiatrist at that time. And he passed him fit to plea from 2004.
You think that it's now fair time for your brother to be released?
More than fair time. More than fair time. More than that. More than fair time. I witness in the court people get 1 year for murder. And they did 8 months in prison and come out.
And even before,
So this is more than time.
You're saying especially the fact that he has had mental issues.
Yes, if the state was concerned about such type of people, he would be out very long time. Because my brother got sober very long time, 120 years now my brother sober.
growing up, and his mother, which is my grandmother, she was always talking about her son George Williams to get him out of prison. So at a certain age where my grandmother could carry me to a certain institution where she always been searching for answers, and she would go to all the organizations asking people questions, what can she do to get her son out of prison? And there was no answers forthcoming. And I knew that part of that caused her death, because she always saying that she don't think she will live to see her son come out of prison.
Lady, please sue the government. Please sue the government. Make me know say lady died from a broken heart, you know? It is automatic. And she believes her son innocent. And she searched for her son for 3 years. She love her pitney. Hear the blurt now, our grandmother, oh God.
I knew that part of that caused her death, because she always saying that she don't think she will live to see her son come out of prison. And she talk a lot about George. When I could go with her, when I reached the age of consent, she always took me to prison to go and visit him. Wow. And then after she died, I go by myself and give him visit also. So, it was always a sad situation, seeing him there in the prison for so long. And it's like nobody cares. The justice system is just like a shackle. Because I've went to Nancy Anderson on several occasions. Nothing coming. I went to a lawyer, and we did an interview, me and my uncle Aldwin Jones also, and nothing forthcoming. It was like a 50-50 chance, she told us. Okay. Understand? So we have tried. Been to all different type of people.
What kind of lawyer them there? 50-50 chance? Isaac goes in a 7 day.
People asking questions but nothing forthcoming. Because of the death of Noel Chambers, my uncle is recognized. Because if Noel Chambers didn't die the way how he died, it's just a sad situation. But George Williams wouldn't be recognized at this time, and looking forward to see him very soon.
Wow. And then this happened.
Hello, I'm Neville Graham. The Supreme Court has ordered the government to pay over $120 million in damages to George Williams, the mentally ill man who spent 50 years in custody without a trial. The National Environment and Planning Agency, Inco Group Limited, in connection with the 2023 pollution incident in the Rio Cobre. Director of Public Prosecutions, Paula Llewellyn, said a review of the case file revealed that a number of critical evidentiary ingredients were missing. But NEPA says its understanding is that the law requires it only to show that a substance was discharged in water containing fish. A policeman reportedly shot and killed his spouse before turning the gun on himself in a suicide attempt in St. Mary last night. In sports, Reggae Boys coach.
Yo, you messing. Jamaica, repent. As a nation, you have an empress where wish we could have found my car video. Empress, they say some things, She talk about Jamaican men and how them treat women. And me feel some type of way, me not tell you like stuff what do I want. But you feel some type of way, but then me I say some Jamaican men, too many Jamaican men. I will admit that, too many. Me not say my thing is it go both ways. We have to come back to a space where we respect each other and treat each other with respect. You understand what I say? I just feel like we have lost all respect for each other as a people. Honestly, that's where I think we're at. We lose all respect for each other. And that's terrible. It's terrible. We have to, because, bro, man, unlike himself, unlike the girl.
Steve McLaren says his charges were not good enough following the team's exit at the group stage of $120. Forecast of the afternoon to evening, expect mostly cloudy skies and windy conditions.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to viewers on OneSpotMedia.com as well as TVJ International in the Cayman Islands.
Up first this evening, the Supreme Court has ordered the government to fork out over $100 million in damages to George Williams, a man who spent half a century in custody without trial.
Supreme Court Judge Sonia Wint Blair ruled that Mr. Williams' right to due process and a fair hearing within a reasonable time were breached.
And at least one human rights group is describing the situation as a gross miscarriage of justice.
Ramarda Lyons reports.
$120 million in damages, the amount the Supreme Court has ordered the government to pay over to George Williams, a mentally ill man who spent 50 years in custody without a trial. $78.6 million for compensatory damages and $42 million for vindicatory damages. The judgment was handed down Thursday in a wrongful imprisonment lawsuit filed by Mr. Williams.
Every time I hear the thing, my heart get heavy, brother. And then if you know, say government really decides that they want to challenge this thing and don't pay the money. Gotta watch it, you know. Gotta watch in the air. Time is short. It's a government that needs to repent. Too much sin against the people. Too much sin against God. The Bible says when you have a righteous leader, the people will rejoice. And when you have corrupt leadership, the people will mourn. Or wicked leadership, the people will mourn. Who filed the lawsuit on behalf of George Williams? And then name Stand Up Jamaica, led by Isaac Buchanan, before he became a politician. This case was 5 years ago. He got him free, and then the process went to them seeking compensation, and 5 months ago, the judge, the Supreme Court, ruled him to get 120 million. And they outlined why he deserved it. And this man is here explaining.
Williams' attorney, John Clark. Mr. Williams was released 5 years ago, and his family sought compensation from the government. The government, at the time, offered to pay Mr. Williams $6 million. It was rejected by his family. Human rights organization Stand Up for Jamaica says Mr. Williams' case highlights ongoing systematic issues within Jamaica's criminal justice system, particularly for mentally ill individuals who remain incarcerated without sentencing for decades. It adds that the fact that Mr. Williams had to wait 50 years to have his day in court is a gross miscarriage of justice, and that over 90% of mentally ill individuals have been incarcerated for over 20 years for petty crimes, languishing in conditions that exacerbate their mental health conditions. Attorney at law John Clark spoke with our news center after the
John Clark.
judgment.
And I hope that this judgment will be examined carefully by the state, because while we are speaking now, there are other persons who are similarly circumstanced, like Mr. Williams, who are in custody because they are unfit to plea, and one would hope that the state would examine that mechanism to see how constitutional it can be and ensure that less intrusive methodology can be utilized apart from a prison to detain persons who are unfit to plea.
Stand Up for Jamaica is calling the ordered payout to Mr. Williams a victory at last, but the sobering admission from his attorney.
The sum that Mr. Williams received of, or is ordered to receive, of $120 million. It cannot give him back his 50 years in custody, but if it will go a far way in alleviating some of his financial concerns.
This man has good emotional intelligence. No wonder he's on the side of Mr. George Williams. John Clark, you man say you can't give back the man the 50 years in a prison. You can't give him back those years. The little money we ain't getting even enough, and we have the government I look for not looking to, literally appealing the money, the ruling. Oral Tracey come right out upon them in the night. I even make me do that like I say, oh, Jono. And then me I look back on the video them from 5 years ago with him bridging him brother and them I talk about the case. So from 2004 him brother. Watch me here. Look one. You hide behind corner. I'll get right on. You will stay there. Anyway. This rat are very persistent. You know, come on this so now you climb on the other side, drop down. But you have to go fix that problem there. Then window there. All I want is stiff, it have to go lock at night time. You know them window there? Them old window there where elongated. You know them villa type style there. And then lock down like so and open them board long time mechanism there. Yeah man, I go fix it man. I go fix it. Now me know where them a walk go. See me again. Run. Till they say I go do the thing a joke. You watch. I did with her, now I make an escape. People, I end the life. I've been on here 2.5 hours, yeah man. But you have the time I chat politics. Can't get rid of the rat. Oh God, let me delete this person. This is real life here. This is real life. Previously never had this issue. This is a new issue that just happened. Yes. The rat is coming from outside. You're going like you live in Jamaica. Can't stay there. Once you live anywhere where other people are doing any type of, you have garbage pile up and everything. Yeah, what on there? You have a problem with me and talk politics. Hold on it, because we can be honest about a mice coming from outside when we just discover I enter under the door this big old house, right? And because the window low, All type of thing. You have a problem with me. So me not fi talk politics. Because we live in our real world where rat they bought the place and then can come through your window and then can come through your door. When they door home, me not fi talk politics. Because of that. Me not fi talk politics because of that. Huh? I must talk politics because I live in a real world where rats will come through your door, under your door. I want to look at my see, you know. Under the door not even have no eye about this place under the door. And at that is the rat come out there. I good things in the door water because we never have that issue before. This is a new issue. So now I know the issue. And unlike the jail government that is slow to react, by the time we end this life, this rat might be dead. Just go to our Archangel. Let me play for you. For those who just come in, let me play for you. Let me play the oral Tracey for you. See you there.
So YouTube family, the Maverick in the space one more time. Still with the best and most credible opinion, you know. Still fair and fearless analysis. I'm going to talk about the experience of a Jamaican citizen named George Williams today. Your name sound basic and common. George Williams. He might have the name of the 21 family or that kind of name. Very basic. You don't get more Jamaican than George Williams. Now this is a man, he's 79-year-old. And he spent 50 years out of that 79 years in the Jamaican prison system awaiting trial. Him have a niece who sued the state for, unlawfully have the man in jail for 50 years. And she get the government awarded George Williams 120 million Jamaican dollars. But another the hurtful thing. Again, the wicked Jamaican state, they are now 120 million Jamaican dollars. But another the hurtful thing. Again, the wicked Jamaican state, they are now channeling the award. Based on the technicality, because you know what's up? Lawyers argue. But the lawyer representing the government is arguing that Mr. George Williams I get too much money to spend 50 years in a prison awaiting a trial. The man is now mentally disabled. Man look shaky, look like him can't walk. And the insult not done yet. The Jamaican government, them make a counter offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much. You know. Them offer the man $6 million Jamaican dollars. That's how the legal team of the government offer the man to spend 50 years in a Jamaican prison. Now, when the Maverick come here and burn government, the political tribalists them jump out and say, Maverick, you fight against this and you fight against that. Eh? But what a wicked, uncaring, corrupt system we have. Eh? The man spent 50 years of his life in a prison awaiting trial now. If you have crime, we don't know if him committed. And this judge, when him look on the case, thank God for the man niece, you know. This judge, when him look on the case, said, no man, what was done to this man is unconscionable. We cannot compensate this man for 50 years of life in a prison. But we are giving him $120 million. Make him enjoy the rest of his days. And maybe some of his children them can reap some benefits. But here come the government representative now, saying the $120 million too much. $6 million we are offering. We can work out $6 million. Share up over 50 years. I think we calculate it. And it comes to something like $10,000 a month. For the 50 year with the man they are prison. That's how the Jamaican corrupt, dirty system value the average Jamaican. And them are the same average Jamaican with them kind of name, you know. George Williams. It's them same Jamaican there. Run up and down behind politician and drink them boot water and lick off them bootstrap. Yeah? The other day, me dey on the block. You go somewhere the other day, me never go talk away. And me dey the reason, me have some bridge in there. And me see a man come over to me. You know what him say? Call out my name and say, a long time I want to see you, you know. So I stretch out my hand to shake him hand. Because you don't know. Enough time people running on the MAGNITSKY street and when them come across like that, we just give them a handshake and say, yeah, bless up. The man said, no, I don't want to shake your hand. Long time you fight against my government. You can't stop my government and you can't stop my government. I don't know his name. But he can bet you. He have a name similar to George Williams. And if the system hold him, same thing will reach George Williams, I will reach him. Exactly. There must be some superior authority. We should have looked on this case and said, no, government no bother appeal. Exactly. That kind of mistake, if it was a mistake, should not be made against any Jamaican citizen. Yes. But the heartless government have the gall to appeal the award of $120 million, which is excessive, you know. Because I don't know how you value 50 years of a man's life. How you value the suffering of a man 50 years. And up a Pegasus in there. And up a AC hotel in there. And I don't have Iberia Star, don't have man to be the man there. And the dirty Jamaican dungeon prison, the man there. For 50 years. Yep. When I read the story, the man said, them quote the man as saying, every morning he wake up, him pray to God, say him get released from hell. That the man said. True. And our government representative, our government attorneys, I look on the man and say, no man, $120 million too much. You forget 6 million Jamaican worthless pop down dollars. For 50 years of life in a prison. And as me say, this is how the state treat the common Jamaican. If you may have a different kind of name, you know. Different kind of name and probably a different complexion and a different home address. Yes. He wouldn't be treated this way, no? No. You think he would have? I say, if you follow the PR of governments in Jamaica, people that think that them kind of thing are not happening in Jamaica again, you know. But it's when you live in Jamaica and you know the nitty-gritty of how Jamaica full of classism, you don't understand how deep an issue like this cut to the heart of several Jamaicans who are not tribalists.
So, go to his oral Tracey Maverick on YouTube. Alright? So, the man went to prison and he never went to court. He couldn't have mental issues, right? So he couldn't actually defend himself, or what do you call it? Oh man, sorry, hold on.
The offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much, you know. Them I get too much money. They spend 50 million Jamaican dollars. What's another the hurtful thing? In a wicked Jamaican state, they are now channeling the award. Based on a technicality, because you know what so? Lawyers argue, but the lawyer representing the government is arguing that Mr. George Williams I get too much money. They spend 50 years in a prison awaiting a trial. The man is now mentally disabled.
Unbelievable.
Man look shaky, look like him can't even walk.
Not true.
And the insult not done yet. The Jamaican government, them I make a counter offer. Appealing to the $120 million too much, you know. Them offer the man $6 million Jamaican dollars. That's how the legal team of the government offer the man to spend 50 years in a Jamaican prison. Now, when the Maverick come here and burn government, the political tribalists them jump out and say, Maverick, you fight against this and you fight against that. But what a wicked, uncaring, corrupt system we have. The man spent 50 years of his life in a prison awaiting trial. You know? for a crime where we don't know if him commit, you know.
Yeah, awaiting trial.
And this judge, when him look on the case, thank God for the man niece, you know. This judge, when him look on the case, said, no man, what was done to this man is unconscionable. We cannot compensate this man for 50 years of life in a prison. But we are giving him $120 million. Make him enjoy the rest of his days. And maybe some of my children them can reap some benefits. But here come the government representative now, saying the $120 million too much. $6 million we are after. We can work out $6 million. Share up over 50 years. I think we calculate it. And it comes to something like $10,000 a month for the 50 year with the man they are prison. That are all the Jamaican corrupt, dirty system value the average Jamaican. And them are the same average.
Oh, you just learn about the money? Yeah man, 5 months ago the judge declared that them for pay him $120 million. Yeah man, but the part I don't want here, I not here.
Welcome back to Primetime News.
Special welcome to
was released 5 years ago, and his family sought compensation from the government. The government at the time offered to pay Mr. Williams $6 million. It was rejected by his family. Human rights organization Stand Up for Jamaica says Mr. Williams' case highlights ongoing systematic issues within Jamaica's criminal justice system, particularly for mentally ill individuals who remain incarcerated without sentencing for decades. It adds that the fact that Mr. Williams had to wait 50 years to have his day in court is a gross miscarriage of justice, and that over 90% of mentally ill individuals have been incarcerated for over 20 years for petty crimes, languishing in conditions that exacerbate their mental health conditions. Attorney at law John Clark spoke with our news center after the judgment.
And I hope that this judgment will be examined carefully by the state, because while we are speaking now, there are other persons who are similarly circumstanced, like Mr. Williams, who are in custody because they are unfit to plea, and one would hope that the state would examine that mechanism to see how constitutional it can be and to ensure that less intrusive methodology can be utilized as part of a prison to detain persons who are unfit to plea.
Stand Up for Jamaica is calling the ordered payout to Mr. Williams a victory at last, but the sobering admission from his attorney.
The sum that Mr. Williams received or is ordered to receive of $120 million. He cannot give him back his 50 years in custody, but it will go a far way in alleviating some of his financial concerns in the sunset of his years.
Mr. Williams was arrested on October 28, 1970, and charged with the offense of murder. Now, upon his arraignment on March 25, 1971, the issue of his fitness to plea was tried by a jury who...
That part, he was unfit to plea. That part. That's significant. He was unfit to plea because of his mental illness. And that helped him in having him there for all this time. Unfit to plea. That's the terminology I was looking for. Unfit to plea.
Found him unfit. He was released from prison on July 24, 2020. Romarda Lyons, TVJ News.
Isaac Buchanan was the lawyer then. (2020). It's sad, ladies and gentlemen. The government said, no man, 120 million is too much for you. You know? I agree with Oral Tracey. This is classism. This is Jamaica. This is the old, classism of slavery times, rearing its ugly head on the country. That's what I would say. Yeah. True. Because certain names, obviously, this would not have happened to, even if their family was George Williams, because he was a part of their family, he would have not been in jail for 50 years. because he couldn't play, he wasn't fit to play, and him just get lost in the system and just dead there for 50 years. Mental issues getting worse. Yeah, the slave get too much according to them. And you know, JLP government are like Rasta already. From day one. They have an issue with the image of Rasta, everything about Rasta. From day one. See them I deal with. So yeah, that. I never knew. See, that's why sometimes you go to do these things and follow your mind, because I never knew that so many people were unaware about the situation with George Williams. I never know that you guys were unaware about George Williams' situation. Yeah, so George Williams, you know, government has appealed the decision by the judge. And you know, I have come to the conclusion that the wickedness and evil that is this government is quite deep rooted. It's not on the surface level alone. You know, they really have shown their asses in this one. They went to the lowest of the low that they could go as a government with this one. Yeah, man. Them outdo themselves. Terrible. That's just my opinion, anyway. I know a lot of people upset. Not a lot, but the laborers that come over here upset when they give their opinion. Yeah, no Jamaican should be supporting this. That's why I say if I was the lawyer, I wouldn't be a part of this, what the government is doing. They would have to fire me. Yeah, he wasn't sentenced, then lock him up. Never went to court. That's the point. The man was just there waiting sentencing. That for 50 years, that is wild. That's gross. Horrible, man. They need for the better. They need to hold themselves to a better stuff.
Very homeless. Yeah, put it back.
Tell me what you right. Mr. Say place there.
And then we have this bus issue, right? Investigation. I want to hear more about it. The school bus allegedly Pitney was pushed off. Listen to the people in Parati. Parati Sentinel. Listen to this from Observer.
Your loved one's final resting place has been disturbed, and this was your house.
Yes.
Do you plan on rebuilding here, or are you want to leave?
No, I'm going to leave from here. I'm going to read.
I was just talking to
my wife.
Your wife, and she doesn't want to leave. She said she wanted to look and see what can be done first.
I don't think I ever look, you know. I plan my mind to leave from here. I plan to leave from here.
How many graves were there?
I think 5. One is...
So, the storm disturbed the grave of his family. So the man say, yo, I plan to leave here and his wife no want to live. Usually that is the emotion, the woman she no want to live. But sometimes the man have to just leave, bro. They need to leave. They need to leave. The Rasta get blamed for all the something. You talk about 1970. Come on, man. Everything a Rasta fault. But in 2020 and 2025, under Jamaica Labour Party, that has done so much against Rasta. Again, they got it wrong. These guys cannot help themselves. They keep shooting themselves in the foot, bro. While walking on the foot, they already get shot in and then shot themselves again. I don't know what to tell you.
My daughter. And the others, ex-citizen members of the family. Yeah. Those are some graves over there?
Yes.
Those are your relatives as well?
My daughter, my mother, my sister, and nephew.
Yo, so the water cut through the land where them dig them grave? Damn. Yo, a serious thing, listener. No party St. Elizabeth no good, brother. But glad to I get some notification from mainstream media though. See the Gleaner just put out this was when? 8 hours ago. So again, the government response to this. If they had done proper assessments from early, these people would have been evacuated. There's not even a question that they should be evacuated, to be honest with you. This is where you make an executive decision to protect the welfare of the people. Because graves being opened up in water, second water, farm. This is all types of man-made disaster waiting to happen. All types. And it's hiding. I want to see him again. But the place where I want to go and block you off.
So has the health department and anybody come to check on the area here in terms of like the graves and everything?
Well, I hear that somebody come here
and did what? I said what?
No, them said them go and take up the grave them from here. Move them from here.
But they haven't done that as yet?
No. I wasn't here because when I leave and go to the shelter, my foot kind of get a little stroke. So I end up at Mandeville Hospital. I come back right now for the team. First I come back here. Yeah, and see my house gone. Yeah, man, just like that.
Wow. Rubbling?
This street that I'm looking at was your house?
Yes.
What do you plan to do going forward now? Do you want to rebuild here or are you planning on leaving the area?
I'm not leaving. Later on, I'm going to see how we stay. That's if we can build on it. But I'm not move from the area right now. See, I'm born and grow.
All of them from the team said, Miss, that's traumatized. Because the sand has covered the houses and persons are proposing to rebuild. Are we going to be assessing the same people next year, or will the sea take them in next year? What are the options for them? Is anything? Are there any plans for these persons? While they say to the team that next year when the hurricane comes from them here home, they're gone. But I don't think that's the solution because they would have already constructed or repaired their living situation, you know.
I am happy that the assessment is ongoing. We are able to detect some of these issues. So now that we would have identified these issues, we will have to sit at the table and formulate a strategy as to how best to deal with those vulnerable areas.
Your loved ones find a resting.
So when you hear that, when you hear the side of the victim, and when you hear the side of the individuals that are in the government. And I lay their name, Parish Manager of the Ministry of Labour in St. Elizabeth, Michelle Senior, and other people. She's asking some very important questions. Will these people be the same people that is going to be victims next year of another major disaster? Because them they're right there, so. And you know, so climate change is real, so what would stop that from happening? these storms are coming more frequently and regular. And even if a category 5 don't come, if we have a system that has a lot of water in the clouds, what would it mean for that area? You know, so I tell you, parity. Same thing, isn't it? It's serious. I don't even know what this is, but it's like I must police them, man. You know what? At 4:30 almost, I can go on a bit. Need to get a little rest and wake up and get pan this again. I don't know, maybe in the afternoon. Wow. So much happening. So much happening. Big up this young lady, shy student becomes regional standout. Amelia McKnight has achieved regional and national success in subject. She admits her family had neither the skills nor resources to fully practice budgeting. Her 9th placed region finish in family and resource management in the Caribbean secondary education circuit examination has brought joy to Old Harbor High School. Wow, through the challenges, so very happy for this young lady, and I hope that she fulfills the purpose that God has for her life. Jamaica. Karen said, Bolo, you don't sleep. Well, obviously, I've been on here for hours, I haven't slept. I sleep now. That's why people don't really get me on calls again. I really don't have the time. I don't have any time for myself. I try to get away. I try to get into my own quiet space. But I really have to find some time for myself. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Look at one people. I got my bed. This right here. This little mice. Little mini mice. By tomorrow, you get catch. Because me and them now living there, they can't come from out the door, come invade my house. You know, living in my house with no rat, you know. No, man. Can't work. Right now, I'm mad for your team down and dig down the whole I can't do them. Yeah, right now, too. Tell her that. Ain't hot. You understand? I don't want to wake up my mother asleep. That's my only problem. All right, I get to here. Yeah, man, I get to man. But no, I know where it is still. And I know where you're walking, so. Just I go put the trap right there, so. I forget right now. No joke about it. People, the word is love here, look on. TikTok, bless up on yourself. Let me see what me up on TikTok. Karen, Decade, Susie Wang, Valerie again, big up Valerie, Miracle Wright, Aitan, Junior Clark, Mary Makiba, Walcott, Frederick Pinnock, Dre Stinger, Nikki Garnett, Mel, User, hold up a number back of that. And yeah man, big up yourself. Out. Big up phone yourself. On Bolo VNR 2.0. Big up, look more 3 hour flat. Big up. Big up.